Welcome everybody to SFL Action. Coming to you live in San Francisco, I'm Steven Hacker. Alongside me is Dan Mitchell, and Mark Lopez is going to be on stats. We got some good action coming to you live from the Sharkbait Stadium. Dan, what do you think about this week's matchup?
You know, we have the 5-3 Dallas Lobos versus the 4-4 San Francisco Sharks. I'm thinking that if Dallas has some good plays by Sandlin, and then their three wide receivers and their tight ends show up, Dallas is going to have a great game. While San Francisco's O-line is really going to need to show up to protect Thomas III so he doesn't get sacked like he's been getting a little bit in the past, and we'll have to see what both teams react to this.
Yeah, defense is going to be an important part of this game here tonight for San Francisco. Let's go down to the midfield before the coin toss. And Sharks are going to kick it away. So it's a cool 53 degrees here tonight. See if, how much the wind is going to play a factor. It's good 10 miles an hour, so wind's going to play a little bit of a factor on the kicking game.
Yeah, we'll have to see how both non-contract kickers will react if we have any interesting shots today by both teams, but I'm really hoping to see a nice progressive run game by Dallas and Sandlin, and we'll see if Ogunzulu can keep up with them.
And we are the SFL, brought to you by APM Music here tonight on YouTube. And San Francisco is in the blue, Dallas is going to be in the white, and the kick is away. Back to receive is Mason Kirby. He's got a little bit of room on the outside. He's going to bring it out to about the 34-yard line, and that's where Jock Luandula is going to come out.
So, Steven, you want to make a bet? First play, run or pass?
I would be willing to say that the first play is a run to Sandlin.
You know, I'll take no bet anymore because I played the same one.
I'll do one for you. Over under 30 carries for Sandlin.
I'm saying 36.
Whew. First and 10. Luandula steps back to throw to Tristan Carr, complete over the middle for 8 yards.
Well,
you should have took the bet there, Dan.
Should have. Great play already. You know, some good early 8 yards. You know, Tristan Carr, he's got 550 yards on the season already. Let's see if Dowd opens up and really makes a balanced offensive rush.
Yeah, Tristan Carr, a third-year man. Luandula's a third-year man. Good jobs by the veterans to get out there and get the tempo going early for the Lobos. Luandula looks out to his right again. He's got Tristan Carr complete. Looked like he picked up about 12 yards for a first down.
Well, Steven, that was some great showing already by Dallas. They're showing that they're going against expectation, throwing some longer throws and making great catches by the receivers.
Yeah, you got to look there at Chad Guy on the San Francisco's defense. First and 10, hands off to Sandlin. Trucks forward, gets 8 yards.
You know, as we're talking about pass, Dallas wants to mix it up, and they're throwing some great trucking by Sandlin, of course, who's having a great year so far. 1,261 yards and 178 carries. The man's a beast.
Yeah, the rookie Sandlin has got like 14 rushing touchdowns as well, so he's really making a name for himself this year. Second and 2. Luandula is going to hand off to Sandlin again, who's going to work his way forward. He's going to be brought down by Chad Guy. Sandlin a little slow to get up there. Ooh.
Well, Chad Guy is a big guy, and he is some big linebacker for San Francisco with 79 tackles on the season already. We'll see a lot of him, I think.
San Francisco pressed up on the wide receivers. Luandula's alone in the shotgun formation. Trips to his left. Throws over the middle. Complete to Tristan Carr, who's covered by Chad Guy. Gets another tackle, but not before Tristan Carr gets the first down.
You know, Tristan Carr and Luandula having a great connection already. Tristan Carr already with 21 yards in this game, and it's only the first drive.
Yeah, and the Lobos are in the red zone. Luandula in the shotgun, 2 running backs back there with them. Nice bump coverage by the Sharks secondary. A good press, good pressure by the defensive line as well as Luandula's hit and has to throw it down, and it falls incomplete. Going to bring up 2nd and 10. What do you think about that, Dan?
You know, that was a great play by the defensive end, Jason Ranger, but that was some great presence by Luandula, who threw down that ball as soon as he saw he wouldn't get away from that, making that not a sack and getting those yards back.
San Francisco's secondary tight again on the Lobos receivers. 2nd and 10 for the Lobos. Luandula throws again to Tristan Carr, who's made another reception, but is short of the first down. It's going to get 9 on the play.
You know, as much as I do enjoy seeing Tristan Carr running these great routes and this connection they're having, I think if they got some of their other wide receivers, they could put some stuff out. But right now, as close as they are, some Sandlin action I think would be the perfect choice.
Well, you know, maybe Carr is just getting open. I mean, looks like the corners for the Sharks are pressed tight again, and they're doing their job. 3rd and 1, a handoff to Sandlin on a stretch play. He's going to drag 2 defenders into the end zone. Zach Sandlin's got the first points on the board for the Lobos here tonight.
You know, their Lobos are coming out strong. They're coming out fast. They're throwing some great routes that I wasn't expecting from their tight end. And then they have Sandlin doing what Sandlin does best, trucking on through without any hesitation. You know, that's already his 15th rushing touchdown this season. He's a large man, and he's showing it.
Yeah, great job. You saw there on the replay. Great job by the line to seal the edge. Took 2 guys, but they sealed the edge, and Sandlin followed his blockers and then hit pay dirt. So it's a great execution by the Lobos. It's going to bring out the Sharks, and we're going to see what they have to do on offense, what they can bring out their first drive.
Yeah, we'll have to see if San Francisco really goes on the back of Ogunzulu, or if they start throwing it to their receiver core, who has been having a pretty good season with both Gabriel Manning and Matt Burnham having well over 700 yards each. Matt Burnham on top of 800.
Yeah, and the SFL is presented by APM Music, Production Music Library, and Custom Music House, and also brought to you in part by Extraordinary Everest, heartfelt messages on the most extraordinary place on earth, Bit Central and Fuel, transforming SFL media in 2019. And on the return there was Gabriel Manning, who brings it out to the 33-yard line. So that's where we're going to see Juan Thomas III and the Sharks offense. 7:42 left to go. I'm sorry, Dan. 7:42 left to go in the first quarter. Dallas is up 7-0 against the Sharks.
It's fine, Steven. No harm at all. Just hoping to see what Gabriel Manning can do on some more kick returns.
Yeah, the explosive Gabriel Manning. But Thomas on 1st and 10 is going to hand off to Zulu, who's going to work forward for 2 yards.
I'm coming out a little bit weaker than Dallas opened up, but they still got plenty of plays left. We'll have to see if San Francisco adjusts to this very strong Dallas defense.
Yeah, Dallas's front 7, you know, they got Denzel Maverick and Jukin Rukin, so they can generate a lot of pressure. So it'll be interesting to see how the Sharks can contain those 2. 2nd and 8, Thomas steps back to throw. He throws to his right, and that's going to be complete down on the sideline. Was that? Yep, that was Matt Burnham on the sideline. He's going to get a first down for the Sharks.
No, Matt Burnham was playing some tap dance right there, Steven. He was right on the edge of that line, but he made it through, and he got that first down, showing that the Sharks got some good presence, and their veterans know what they're doing.
Thomas under center is going to hand off to Zulu, takes it forward, but he's met at the line of scrimmage, picks up a yard.
You know, Steven, I saw all of Dallas's defender just really plug up a hole that wasn't even there, but they saw where Zulu was going, and he was trying to get out through the center, just through anything he could find, and he could not truck through what I thought was 4 Dallas Lobos.
Second and 9 for the Sharks, and nope, we got somebody, looks like they jumped off sides. Thomas's throw is complete on the sidelines, but we're going to have our first MeUndies laundry on the field for the day. Take a look, see what the call is. Yep, so the Sharks are going to accept that. Got Denzel Maverick on that. So MeUndies are the world's most comfortable underwear. Visit meundies.com/simulationfl for 15% off your purchase, which will help support the SFL through our partnership. Give the gift of comfort with a 100% satisfaction guarantee, free shipping and returns, and a signature soft and stretchy MeUndies. 2nd and 4 for the Sharks, and Zulus Mets at the line of scrimmage again. That's E.K. Vincent on the stop.
Yeah, we'll have to see what the Sharks can do on their first third down conversion that they'll have to make if they want to continue on in this drive. With this 3rd and manageable, I'll have to see what they do if they want to go to the air, if they want to give it to Zulu.
Sharks are at midfield, so they would have to punt if they don't convert here. 5:31 to go in the first. Thomas changed something at the line. Steps back to throw. He's looking over the middle. Oh, and the pass is going to be tipped away. Looks like he was looking for his tight end there. It's E.K. Vincent on the coverage, so that brings up 4th and 4 for the Sharks.
Yeah, it looked like he led that pass maybe a little bit too much in front of the defender and in front of the receiver, my bad, and he just had nowhere to go as the defenders could just bat it down.
And Robert Kemps is out for the punt. Mason Kirby's going to let that one bounce. And did he get? Nope, it's going to be ruled a touchback. So we're going to see the Dallas offense come out at the 20.
Yeah, we'll have to see. San Francisco did get shut down their first drive pretty steadily, and we'll have to see if Dallas keeps the same momentum they had going from their first drive.
Yeah, the one catch by Matt Burnham was a nice play by the Sharks, but they couldn't really get much else going there. And great job by the Lobos defense. Gives their offense a chance here. And Luandula hands off to Sandlin, who runs over one, but brought down after a gain of 3.
Steven, I felt that hit in my soul. Great job by Gustafson to bring him down. I'd be afraid to even get near him.
And Jacob Gustafson stepped up there at the end, and after Sandlin lost momentum and finished off that tackle. 2nd and 7, they hand off to Sandlin again, who's going to be met at the line of scrimmage. That's Chad Guy.
Oh, we've got an immovable object, or immovable wall, and a constant moving object. I do not do science, Steven, but I don't know what happens there, but it was a bad experience for both of them.
Well, we just got a demonstration. 3rd and 6 for the Lobos. Luandula's going to be under center. He's got twins to his right. He's going to hand off to Sandlin up the middle, who's going to be met again by Chad Guy. And that was what we were talking about a little bit before the game. You know, if Chad Guy can come out and kind of slow down Sandlin, it might force Dallas to do something a little bit different. And Chad Guy's really stepping up to the opportunity, isn't he?
Oh, definitely, Steven. I think Chad Guy is one of the people who could help make or break this game.
So after the tackle, it's 4th and 4 for the Lobos. They're going to punt it away. Punter was on his own 10-yard line. Set to returns Gabriel Manning, who fields it at about the 39-yard line, brings it out to his own 40.
Now, San Francisco's offense now has some decent starting field position. We'll have to see if they can really take advantage of it. I want to see maybe some more out routes like they had with Burnham earlier, or maybe they'll give it to Zulu and just put some trust in him taking it up the center.
Yeah, your defense did a good job giving you an opportunity here, so let's see what they can do with it. Thomas has Burnham in the slot. Manning, it looks like, is to his left at the bottom of your screen. He throws it to Manning on a slant, who's going to, oh, can't quite drag the defenders, gets 9 yards.
First good catch by Manning. First time he's been targeted all game. It was a good catch, and they picked up the yards. Just not enough for the first down, but we'll have to see if they give it to Zulu, just pick up that extra little bit.
2nd inches. Thomas is going to be under center. Zulu's in the split back. They're going to hand off to Zulu up the middle. He's going to fight. Can't quite get it, though. He's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and inches.
Just not enough, Steven. You know, Dallas's D-line's really taken down Zulu, and I don't think he's been really picking anything up this game so far. with only 3 yards on his 4 attempts.
Third and inches at midfield for the Sharks. 2:45 left in the first quarter. Handoff to Zulu, who's got it this time. Got to pick up about 3 before he's brought down by Rocky Aquino for the Lobos.
You know, I think Zulu had a great choice there. He saw an opening on the left side and took it, where he didn't have to be met with the defenders he's been meeting so far all game. And I would like Mark Lopez for the stats earlier and continuously throughout the night.
And the handoff up the middle to Zulu gets 2. And yeah, big shout out to Mark Lopez, who stepped up for the stats today. And you know, if anybody out there is interested, if you're watching and you want to be a part of what we're doing here, stats or broadcasting or color commentary, you know, just let us know. You know, you can get Mike Daggs or the Commissioner Cam, and you know, let us know. We're looking for people. If you're interested, let us know. 2nd and 8 for the Sharks. Thomas takes a 3-step drop, throws up, but it's going to be dropped by the fullback. Couldn't quite hang on to it, so it'll be 3rd and 8 for the Sharks.
Yeah, that was fullback Kevin Bryant. That was a huge drop. It would have been a first down for San Francisco. Now they have to convert their 3rd and 8. That may come back to haunt them a bit.
Yeah, and looking over at the chat, I see Ashley Jackson. I see Junior, Senior, the 3rd. Zach Sandlin. Looks like Justin Jones is in there. Freddie and Foxy, the Doctor. Thanks all you guys for being here watching this game with us. There you saw a completion to Gabriel Manning out to the left, but couldn't quite get the first down. Runs out of bounds a little short. Brings up 4th and 2. Yeah, couldn't quite turn upfield.
Yeah, it's a little sad to see a veteran like Gabriel Manning who just couldn't get that much. The ball was thrown a little high. It was hard to turn around and pick up that first. Now they're going to have to punt it away.
Mark Lopez said, put some respect on my name. Co-head of stats. Shout out to the big guy again for being here today with us. Thank you for all that you do. 4th and 2, and the Sharks are going to come out. Thomas is alone in the shotgun. Trying to draw somebody off sides, but doesn't quite work. He got somebody earlier, but play clock dwindles down, and he takes his timeout.
Yeah, I think Dallas really learned from their earlier mistake. They had someone go off, you know, maybe some early game jitters, but now they're showing that even under the stress, they won't post up, and they got it. Now San Francisco will have to punt away, and we'll have to see what Dallas gets while they're still 7 up.
Yeah, the first drive by Dallas, they came out really strong, but you know, both defenses as of late have looked pretty good, slowing each other down, forcing punts. So we'll see which offense figures out what's going to work and finds that one play for them. Punts away from about the 45-yard line. Mason Kirby's going to let this one bounce. It stops dead in the corner. Oh, just rolls in. It's another touchback. That was a close one.
You know, so far the trend for San Francisco, maybe it's just not enough. You know, a dropped pass, just not enough turning up. The ball just hitting the end zone, so for the touchback, it's a little hurt with this cutting corners right now, it feels like.
So the Lobos come out on the 20-yard line. Luandula's under center. Sandlin's the lone back behind him. They're going to hand it to Sandlin, who's got nothing but room up the middle. Gets about 12 yards on that carry.
I don't think there would be anything scarier than seeing Sandlin running right up the middle with no one on him. You know, 70 having a great block and with just one last defender putting the stops to him so the rest of them could take him down. That would be a terrifying image, I think, for San Francisco.
Yeah, the Sandman with a full head of steam, I think, would put you to sleep. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Luandula under center. Steps back to throw. He's going to hit Tristan Carr out in the flats. Going to get that one. He's going to take it for 7 yards. Chad Guy on the stop.
Tristan Carr already showing up with 43 yards in the first quarter. 50 yards, my bad. That's just somebody. Thanks, Mark. In the first quarter alone. Coming up big.
$18 seconds left in the first quarter. Luandula's going to hand off to Sandlin to try to get the first down. He's brought just short. 3rd and 1.
Yeah, we'll have to see what they can do at the end of this first quarter.
And that brings us to the end of the first quarter. We are the SFL, brought to you by APM Music. We are on YouTube. And we are coming to you from San Francisco, where the Dallas Lobos are leading 7-0 against the San Francisco Sharks. I am Stephen Hacker. I'm your play-by-play commentator. I'm with Dan Mitchell tonight, who's doing color, and Mark Lopez, who's the co-head of stats, is with us. And oh my goodness, on third down, Luandula is going to be sacked.
Huge play for San Francisco, really putting an end to that drive. And I want to thank the 23 people watching right now. Make sure you click that like button. I only saw 9 last time I looked. Make sure you hit that up, and make sure you thank everyone on the SFL staff for everything they do.
Yeah, great work there by John Osiris to get the sack and force the Lobos punt. So, you know, Lobos are leading, but it's within striking distance for the Sharks. And Gabriel Manning fields that one. He's going to pick up about 4 on the punt return. So we'll see Thomas and Zulu get a chance on the San Francisco 34-yard line.
Yeah, San Francisco has been having some decent starting field position, some decent plays, but they haven't had any breakouts. But knowing them, it will only take one good pass to any of their wide receivers, and it could be a tie game.
Thomas is going to come out under center, but an empty backfield. Burnham to his right. Quick drop. He throws to the slot receiver, who's going to pick up 7 yards before he's brought down.
Great play by Ermac Jackson. He hasn't really been doing maybe as much as the other two this year, but he's been showing up with 304 yards so far this season.
2nd and 3 for the Sharks. Going to hand off to Zulu. He's going to take it forward for a first down, and then some hesitation move. Picks up about 5. But the most important thing is he got the first down for the Sharks.
Yeah, definitely seeing what Ogunzuli can do. Maybe he won't truck him as much as Sandlin will, but it looks like he can find the perfect slot and opening, and he picks up the first down, which is sometimes even more important than getting all those yards if he can come in key.
Yeah, there was a gang of Lobos there that swarmed to the tackle. It was, I think, led by Kane Vasquez. First down and 10 for the Sharks. Thomas the third's in the shotgun. Zulu is to his right. Throws over the middle, complete for a first down. It was Ermac Jackson again on the reception.
Great presence, great route running, great throw by Juan Thomas III. And you know, Steven, I think it'd be a pack of Lobos.
I believe it is a pack of Lobos. I believe you are correct.
I guess then a school of Sharks. We have to keep our terminology right here, Steven.
I'm trying to work on it. And science and all those things, genealogy and whatnot, what have you. 1st and 10 for the Sharks. Thomas is alone in the shotgun. Pump fakes. Throws over the middle. Oh, almost right to the hands of the linebacker, E.K. Vinson. Falls to the ground. Missed opportunity there for the Lobos.
Yeah, that'd be a huge pickup. But anyway, it was a great deflect. E.K. Vinson coming in and putting a stop to that pass. Would have been a huge turnaround, though, if it was picked up.
.8:57 in the second. 2nd and 10 for the Sharks. They're down 0-7. Thomas goes out to the flats to Zulu, who's going to pick up a couple of yards before he's brought down. 3rd and 8.
Looked like as he came out, he just didn't have any blockers out for him as he was going straight out. And he couldn't pick up anything without anyone there for him.
Yeah, the Lobos looked like they were prepared in coverage, and they got to him, brought him down quickly. Throw is complete over the middle from Thomas. Going to get down to the 21-yard line. It's going to be a first down for the Sharks. Matt Burnham with a great reception.
Huge pickup by Matt Burnham. Looks like he's running a real nice slant out there, picking up that yardage and just getting what he needs to put them near this end zone.
Yeah, you saw Thomas also. He dropped it over the head of the linebacker, but in front of the safety, where pretty much the only receiver could make a play on it. Nice touch there by Thomas. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. Thomas is under center. 5 wide receivers, throws it, but it's going to be deflected, and E.K. Vincent with the deflection, it's going to follow the grass, and it's 2nd 10. Calling his name a lot tonight in pass coverage.
Yeah, it really seems like whenever that ball's up the center and not too far away, E.K. Vincent's got a real dial in on that and can just stop it from getting anywhere.
Thomas has twins to his left. Burnham was in the slot. The handoff to Zulu, who's met at the line immediately. Bones Jones gets a tackle for a loss there. Be 3rd and long for the Lobos. I'm sorry, for the Sharks.
You know, this is where we see how this strong front 7 are coming in for the Lobos, really putting a stop to anything in the back.
Thomas comes out under center. He's looking over the middle, and it's going to be complete to Gabriel Manning, who's got the first down a little bit more. He's going to get down to the 3-yard line. That'll get you out of a pickle.
Definitely, Steven. Juan Thomas III playing cool under all that pressure. I think that was 60, was just right on top. A little bit of a dirty throw, but Gabriel Manning, being the veteran that he is, pulled it anyway, and now they're at the 3. Great play, great presence by everyone. Good play for the Sharks.
Yeah, so the Sharks are knocking on the goal line. They're trying to get 7 points here, so hand off to Zulu's and they're gonna tie this ball game, or they're gonna bring this ball game to within 1 point. Ogun Zulu gets a 2-yard run for a touchdown.
You know, Sandlin had the first touchdown. Zulu said, give me that ball. We're close enough. I want to match him. And now they're both 1 for 1 this game in touchdowns. And pending the extra point, we got a tie ball game.
Yeah, and these Sharks fans are going crazy here at the stadium, and it's a great thing. You know, the Lobos are coming in this game. They've in the power rankings, they're ranked really high. So, you know, the Sharks surprising the highly ranked Lobos here today, and the fans are backing their home team up.
Definitely. I'm excited to see what happens and how the Lobos respond to that play, and to see if it either powers them up or kills their momentum a bit. Definitely see if this reaction will do.
And the extra point is good, so it is a tie ball game. We are the SFL, presented by APM Music, and we're brought to you in part by Harry's, all you need for a close, comfortable shave, and Matt Doyle Designs, official design partner of the SFL, and MediaTek Institute. Visit mediatek.edu for diploma programs. Turn your passion into your profession. And so the kickoff is away. It's fielded by Mason Kirby, who's going to bring it out to the 28-yard line, and that's where you'll see Luandula and the Sandman. Just under 7 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Zach Sandlin already with 42 yards, only 8 attempts so far. He's maybe not getting as many carries as we thought he would be getting, but he's already picking up the yards for sure, Steven.
I see DD Sachs in the chat saying that time to turn up the Shark Tank. So Luandula is in the shotgun alone. He's going to take a deep throw downfield, but pass is going to be deflected. Intended receiver was Mike Osine.
That was a great read by Hoffman, who knew exactly where that ball was coming. He followed him right on the route, but I was just throwing a little short. He almost pulled that in on him. Hoffman having a touchdown from an interception this season, already with 5 interceptions.
Second and 10 for the Lobos. Trips to Luandula's left, empty backfield. Throws to his right, but that pass is going to be intercepted. Is that Barry Barkley? No, that's Justin Jones, the rookie cornerback, who's going to get that interception. Drop deep back in coverage and just cut off the route. Great play by the secondary.
Yeah, that'd be Justin Jones' 4th interception, and that is a huge, huge play for San Francisco, who has officially, I think, killed all of Dallas's momentum, and now they get the ball back.
So now the Sharks with the chance to get out and take the lead. Thomas hands off to Zulu, who's going to work forward for 2 yards. And the comparisons there, they look pretty different, but the scoreboard is telling a different story. So
even Zulu, look at that last bar, it said 1 touchdown each.
That's right.
They're still coming up.
The stat category that matters the most. 2nd and 8 for the Sharks. They come out in the I formation. Handoff to Zulu, who's going to try to take it outside. Picks up 2 more yards. Sharks are trying to work their way into a manageable 3rd down.
Yeah, we see the move down to another 3rd down conversion the Sharks have to make. So far, they're at 60% of conversion rate for this game through 5 attempts. We'll have to see if they make this one.
And Thomas takes a quick drop. He rolls out a little bit, throws. It's tipped, and that pass is going to be intercepted. My goodness, it was up in the air. Who came down with that one?
That would be
Iverson Gamble.
Iverson Gamble, I don't think had any clue that ball was getting anywhere near him. He just saw a ball flip up in the air, turn around, and it came down to him.
Yeah, it looked like a second pass attempt almost. The deflection almost went as far as the initial pass attempt. That was a pretty crazy play. So with that, the Lobos get a turnover. Now they're going to bring it out. They're going to be at the 25-yard line. Quite a quick turn of events there for both teams. Luandula's under center. Hands off to Sandlin up the middle. Works his way forward. It takes 2 Sharks to bring him down.
Scrolling 5.2 yards per carry for Sandlin this game so far. You know, as a running back, that would make me pretty happy. That would be huge every game getting 5.2. I think he's higher, though, with 7.1 so far this season. Big man Sandlin.
Yeah, a great rookie season for him. Luandula's going to throw this one over the middle. It's going to be complete to Tristan Carr, who's got another 1st down, continuing his work here in this first half.
Definitely. Tristan Carr has been a great asset for the Lobos, who I think are very effectively using their tight end, coming down, picking up those 1st downs, and picking up some essential yardage, as he's already had 60 yards on his 6 receptions, 10 yards. Yeah, that's a 1st down every time.
Yeah, that's right. And I believe Tristan Carr has also got 7 touchdowns on the season.
You are correct.
So, using him quite frequently, getting 1st down and in the red zone. Luandula's back to throw. He throws that. That's complete to Osai, who's got the 1st down.
Seems the first time Osai's been called all game, and apparently they're using him well when he comes out, picking up that 1st down, 14 yards. Thanks, Mark, and it's just coming out huge.
Yeah, and Barry Barkley on the tackle. So Luandula's going to be under center here. Sandlin's the lone back. 4 wide receivers for the Lobos. They're going to hand off to Sandlin, who trucks 1 defender, and he's got plenty of room. Drags that one out, takes 2 Sharks to finally bring him down. Sandlin with a nice chunk play there.
Yeah, Sandlin had plenty of room up there, trucked the 1 defender, 33. I think those 2 secondaries came from coverage who had to come back in just to stop Sandlin, or else he would have gone all the way.
Yeah, Sandlin got a lot of love in our most recent article this week. He's in contention right now for Offensive Player of the Year and Offensive Rookie of the Year. So the guy's been doing a lot of work for multiple weeks. Luandula's throwing to his right, but that pass is going to be intercepted down at the 10-yard line. Justin Jones has another one.
That was honestly one of the best interceptions I think I've seen recently. Justin Jones followed that receiver from step to step, it seemed like, right there. Got right in front of him for the jumping interception. And make him at 5 interceptions this season, too. It's amazing. That was great. I loved watching that.
Yeah, one of the things I was telling you, too, before the game, I was talking about junior, senior, and I was wondering if he was going to have a breakout game, and that was good coverage there by Justin Jones to stop that action right there. So 1st and 10 on the 10-yard line. Hand off to Zulu, who's met in the backfield. He's going to lose 3.
That was some trucking, I want to say, Steven. Number 54 coming out, and he put a stop to that one.
Yeah, Bobby Aquino's made a couple of plays for the Lobos. Rocky Aquino's made a couple of plays this afternoon for the Lobos and continuing to fill the gaps. 2nd and 14. Their own end zone's pretty close behind them. They're going to hand off to Zulu, who's going to take away some of that damage. Is going to get it 3rd and 7. Be out to the 13-yard line. 3 minutes here in the 2nd quarter. You got to pick up a first down here, I think, Dan.
Definitely. If they don't, it'd be a real hurt after a great interception.
Maybe Gabriel Manning can run a slant and break something off big. We'll see. Thomas does step back to throw. Sidearms it, but the pass is knocked down. So Iverson Gamble with the deflection, and it's going to force the Sharks to punt.
Yeah, Juan Thomas III coming out with a real interesting side throw. Too bad Iverson Gamble was right in the path of that one, knocking it down and putting a real early stop to that first play that they had going. Sharks having a not the best 3rd down conversion rate right now, only at 42%. We'll have to see if they can bump that up later on in the game.
The punter was standing in his own end zone, but manages to get it out to the 45. Mason Kirby on the return brings it to the 49, so 4-yard return. 2:41 to go for the Lobos. They do have 3 timeouts. They're within scoring distance. They have good field position here. Chance for them to go into halftime with the lead. You saw Justin Jones there. He's got 2 interceptions on the day. Luandula comes out under center. Sandlin's in the split behind him. Luandula's going to be dropped, sacked for a loss. Nice play there by... Got my stat sheet all turned around. I want to get the call correct. Well, moving on.
Yes, that sheet was a little bit turned around. That was Franco Sinati, by the way. Coming down, huge sack. Great play. He's been a real good defensive game both ends.
Many apologies there. Hand off to Sandlin, who's going to truck his way forward. He's going to pick up about 7. And that'll bring us to our quick 2-minute warning. Take a break in the action real quick as we're tied here in San Francisco. Dallas 7, San Francisco 7. Luandula on a 3rd and 5. Steps back to throw. He's looking left. That pass is going to be tipped and deflected, intended for junior, senior, the 3rd. And Quip Design delivers simple ways to keep your mouth healthy with timed vibration. Brush head refills for $5, refilled every 3 months. Covered for life with free shipping for life. Use the link posted in chat and your purchase will help support the SFL through our partnership. Quip, a more wholesome, clean. And so with the incompletion, 4th and 5, so the Lobos are going to punt. San Francisco is going to have 1:56. Man, take away some time. We'll have about 1:47 on this play. 2 timeouts. Gabriel Manning lets this one bounce, but it's a friendly Lobo bounce, and they're going to down him at the 7-yard line. 1:46. 2 timeouts. What do you do here, Dan?
You know, I'd be going for Matt Burnham, Ermac Jackson, and Gabriel Manning. I'd be going out far for some nice out routes and maybe some slants in there. If they're ballsy, go for the fade and just go straight for the end zone. I don't think they got much to do with not that much time left.
They're going to come out, they're going to hand to Zulu, who sheds 1 defender. Works his way forward, but meets 2 more Lobos, and he only picks up a yard. Great gap coverage by the Lobos there.
Definitely. We got 42 people watching now. I'd like to thank everyone for watching the SFL. Make sure you click that like button. You're all here. Been a great game so far in the first half.
And Thomas hands off to Zulu, who shakes another defender, works his way forward for a couple more yards. Brings up 3rd and 4. The clock's still ticking. There's just over a minute left. So I look at the chat. I see Zach Sandlin, junior, senior, the 3rd. I got the Trash Car. I got Christiansen. How you doing, buddy? Hope you guys are having a good time. It's been a close game, an interesting game here for sure. Thomas under center. 50 seconds to go. 3rd and 4. Hands off to Zulu on a stretch play. He's met in the backfield, but shakes a defender, and he's got room to go. It's finally brought down. And they're not going to use a timeout here. They're going to let the clock continue to run. That's an interesting thing. Dan, what's going on?
I don't know. This whole thing started out like it's 3rd down. It's been haunting San Francisco this time. They just bumped up their conversion rate, which was only at like a 38%. But now they got probably a bit higher. That was some great play by them. I saw Zulu come out and got a bit worried, but he showed that he knows what he's doing when it comes down to it.
1st and 10. The clock is running 12 seconds left. They hand off to Zulu up the middle. It gets 2 yards, and the clock's going to continue to run. Doesn't look like they have any interest in using their timeouts. I think we're going to go into halftime, a tie ball game. Interesting. They got the 3rd down, a big 3rd down play, 2 timeouts with about 45 seconds, and let it go. I mean, that was interesting. For me, I would have put my foot on the pedal, and it seemed like they were happy to coast. Interesting decision there. As you see here in halftime, you're looking down at the stat sheet. Sandlin's got 70 yards and a touchdown. You see Zulu with 45 and a touchdown. Time of possession is an interesting story. The Sharks with 12 minutes compared to the Sharks 7. So, you know, the Sharks really showing up for their home field, their crowd here today. Sandlin's been making progress, doing good things, but you know, it's pretty much been a couple of 1st downs and a punt for each team. Neither team's been able to really find the end zone. They've been doing okay, but then they stall out and have to punt. So a couple of turnovers for each team. It's been an interesting first half, Dan.
Definitely, Steven. I think this has been a real big defensive game with the great sacks, some amazing deflects, and absolute amazing interceptions that's been happening. Just some weird game, but in a great way all the same. Really excited to see what happens in this second half, how both of them react to figuring out this 7-7 tie ball game.
Yeah, you saw the Sharks there had 2 sacks. It was Franco Sonati, and it's been a real interesting game. You know, a lot of tipped balls, a lot of missed opportunities. I think, you know, E.K. Vincent's been hit a couple of times and just couldn't quite haul it in, but you know, it's the same thing on the Sharks side. Some of their defenders have a chance at some tip balls and didn't quite haul them in. But, I mean, yeah, there's been a lot of action in the passing game, and it's been interesting to see. You know, Sandlin's been doing his normal thing. I think he's still on pace to get his 100 yards for the afternoon. So it'll be interesting to see if the Sharks can come out and match that momentum that they had generated in the first half. And the ball looks like we're set up to go. The Lobos are going to kick off to the Sharks. The Lobos are wearing white, and the Sharks are in the light blue. It's a tie ball game here in San Francisco. I am your play-by-play commentator, Stephen Hacker, along with Dan Mitchell, my color commentator, and the co-head of stats, Mark Lopez. Appreciate you being here with us, Mark. And you see there, Gabriel Manning brings it out to the 30-yard line, so we'll start out the 3rd quarter from the 30.
I'm very interested to see how the Sharks start this up after how they ended the first half. They're going to give it to Zulu and pick up some chip yards, or maybe Zulu will have a big run again. We'll have to see.
Well, no Zulu in the backfield, so we're definitely going to see Thomas air it out. Takes a drop. He's got a little bit of time in the pocket. He does, and it's complete. That was Ermac Jackson. Going to get a 7-yard gain.
You know, I like how later as this game has been going on, Juan Thomas III has really been airing out to different receivers and really opening up this entire field for San Francisco, giving them plenty of options.
Second 3 for the Sharks. Thomas is going to hand off to Zulu. He's got a little bit of room. He spins forward. He's going to get 2 yards. 3rd and 1 for the Sharks.
You know, right here, the Sharks give it to Zulu again. The only problem is Dallas has really been able to stuff him, definitely when they're expecting it. Maybe the Sharks will throw some play-by action and throw up something interesting.
And that throw out to the flats is complete to Gabriel Manning, who's going to get the first down.
I think that's exactly what the Sharks needed to do. A great, good, short catch by Manning, who picked them up this first down when I don't think the Lobos were really expecting that coming out with how much they've been using Zulu earlier.
Yeah, and looking at the stat sheets, you know, Zulu a lot of the game was averaging around 1.8 yards a carry. Then he had that big carry there at the end of the first half, and he's almost up to 3 yards a carry. Now all of a sudden, it seems like he's getting 2 or 3 yards a carry, as opposed to the 1 as he runs forward there for 1 yard. But you know, you kind of need some of that sometimes to, you know, you're going to get stopped for a yard, but you need those big bulk carries where you can average out and get your 3 to 4 yards a carry. And if you have 2 carries for 3 yards, well, now it's, you know, it's third and manageable. You can run or throw on those whenever your running back's averaging those kind of averages. Averaging 1.8, you can't work with that. As Thomas steps back to the throw and he's stopped, he's gonna be sacked. I think that was Jukin Rukin on the. No, it's Denzel Maverick on the sack. It's gonna be his 12th sack of the season.
Yeah, it looked like that. The O-lineman just broke apart as Maverick came in as the line collapsed and just decked Juan Thomas. He had nowhere to go, and now they got this third and extra long.
Thomas comes out in the shotgun. Zulu's going to be to his left. He's got trips to his right. Manning's alone to his left. Thomas throws to his right. This pass is going to be completed. That's Matt Burnham, who's got burners on. And he's going to take this one all down. He's stopped just short. He's going to be stopped at the 3-yard line. Huge play for the Sharks, though. Gives them great position in the red zone down at the 3.
Well, Matt Burnham just bumped his yardage up for this game alone to 83 yards from that one catch. That was a huge catch by him as he just faded by the 2 defenders, grabbed the ball, and he almost had enough speed to make it to the end, but the defenders saved that play. Yeah,
just through the hands of Kane Vasquez, and then Matt Burnham was off to the races, and it was a great job by the secondary to finally track him down. First and goal. They're going to hand off to Zulu on a stretch. He's going to work his way forward. He's got his way into the second touchdown of the day. Ogunzulu for a 2-yard touchdown. Gives the Sharks a 13-7 lead.
That would make it. Ogunzulu just did half of his seasonal touchdowns in this game alone, pushing it up to 6 so far. It's a huge game for Ogunzulu. Maybe not yardage-wise, but he's coming in when he needs to and picking up those touchdowns as well, making this no longer a tie game.
Yeah, the Sharks getting down in the red zone, and they're just handing it off to Zulu to finish off these plays, and Zulu's reaping the rewards, definitely. Interesting ball game.
Say that again, Steve. I like what I'm seeing here. A lot of unexpected plays, some little trickery going on. I'm definitely enjoying myself.
Yeah, all the tip balls, and you know, there's been a lot of defensive pressure, the sacks and the pressures and everything. That's been really fun to watch. So you saw the extra point there was good. So we are the SFL, presented by APM Music. We're also brought to you in part by Movement, premium watches, sunglasses, and accessories. Quip, perfect oral care delivered. ScoreStream, of the official score updates app of the SFL, and SpyGoat, the sound choice. You see there that Mason Kirby had a nice return. He gets brings the Lobos out to the 40-yard line, so had a little bit of extra mustard on that return. Was able to squeeze something out and give his offense a good chance.
Yeah, it was some real good kick returning by Mason Kirby, who went all the way to the outside just to pick up those extra yards, which gives them some very nice starting position for a normal kick return.
Sandlin with 11 carries for 70 yards. Luandula steps back to throw. It was incomplete. It was intended for Mike Osai, but great coverage by Barry Barkley there, and there was actually another Shark defender there, but Barkley credited with the deflection.
Yeah, Barkley playing some great secondary and really just stopping that play from going anywhere, where I honestly thought he caught that ball.
2nd and 10 for the Lobos. They look a little timid compared to a couple of their performances in the previous weeks, where Sandlin's blown up for huge yards. But you know, Sandlin's trying to make his presence known. He's got 12 carries now for about 77 yards. So I mean, he's doing his job. He's doing good work. It's just the Sharks have come out and kind of controlled the game, and it's been fun, man. It's been really good to see that. It's been good to see it. You know, I was talking to you. I was telling you, it'll be interesting to see if these Sharks defenders can slow down Sandlin, and they've certainly done everything they can to contain him. On a 3rd and 3, he picks up just enough, gets 4, brought down by Chad Guy.
You may contain the Sandman, Steven, but his sand still creeps on through, and he's really showing that no matter how much pressure they put on him, he's still picking up when he needs to.
And a scoring update. Right now at halftime, currently undefeated Denver is losing 17-28 to London. Vancouver's starting up in the 3rd quarter, leading 17-7 over Tulsa. So those scoring updates, of course, score stream. So checking around other action in the SFL. So that's an interesting one there. Halftime in Denver, 17-28 to London. Got an interesting game here in San Francisco as well, where the Sharks are up 14-7 over the Lobos. 2nd and 8 for Luandula. Trips to his left. Sandlin was alone in the backfield. Dumps it out to Sandlin on the swing. He sheds a defender. Picks up about 5 before he's dragged out of bounds by Barry Barkley.
Yeah, Barkley never really got Sandlin down. He sort of just pushed him enough to get him out of bounds. Luckily enough, he was on the outside. Sandlin really showing through. He got checked out, no one to cover him. Defender hit him, but he showed some great athleticism and just got right through him.
Third and 3. Luandula under center. Press coverage by the Sharks. Luandula with time to throw. He's got it complete to Tristan Carr. He's got a little bit of room to run. Picks up the 1st down and then some. Gets it down to the 24-yard line.
Great play by Tristan Carr, and great play for keeping cool by Luandula, who even while he was getting swarmed by a school of Sharks, he got a great throw-ish out to Tristan Carr, picked it up, got that 1st down, and we're showing that Lobos still got some life to him.
Yeah, good job by Luandula, allowing the route to develop by Carr and letting Carr exploit the backup linebacker there. Luandula hands off to Sandlin, who's met at the line of scrimmage. It's what would you call it? A school of Sharks? Is that what it is? He's met by a school of Sharks, led by Franco Sonati.
There was some great read by the San Francisco defense, who really just put some pressure down in that center as Sandlin was trying to push through.
So 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line. 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Lobos trying to tie this game up. Luandula's thrown to his left. Is complete to Tristan Carr, who's leveled at the end of that play, but a 1st down for the Lobos, and they're inside the red zone.
You know, if it don't work on the ground, go to the air, and the Lobos showing that they have that great balance in their offense. Tristan Carr being the primary receiver of that with 98 yards on 8 receptions. Doing some great catches and throwing out there when they're already in the red zone right now.
So 1st and goal from the 7. Luandula under center. Sandlin is in the split backfield. They're going to hand off to Sandlin up the middle, who's got room to go, and he's in for his 2nd touchdown of the day. Zach Sandlin brings the Lobos within 1.
That'd be Sandlin's 16th rushing touchdown so far. Both running backs really showing that when it comes down to that red zone, they shine the most this game with all the points allocated to just the running backs.
Yeah, good job by the line again there. Sandlin recognizing the blocks. They seal the gaps, and he just exploits the hole and takes it in for pay dirt.
Pounding the extra point, we got a tie game once again. This is showing that one team pulls ahead, the other one catches up, then they pull ahead, then the other team catches up. We're going to have to really see how this catches up to itself later on when we hit the end of the 4th quarter.
It's good pressure there. Couldn't quite get his hand up, but he had enough room there to potentially make a block. But that is a tie ball game now. It's 14-14.
Sharks get the ball back now. What do you think they're going to do, Steven?
You know, I like you. I saw the passing game kind of open up, so I'd like to see them continue to kind of throw the ball, and then if they need to on 3rd and short or maybe a 2nd and short or something, run with Zulu. But I think the passing game looks good.
Definitely. Juan Thomas III with 152 yards so far this game. Once again, shout out to Mark Lopez, co-head of stats, for some great stat sheeting today.
And you saw there, Gabriel Manning returned that out to about the 31-yard line. Thomas is going to come out in the shotgun. He's going to be alone in the backfield. Matt Burnham to the top of the screen. Going to throw over the middle. It's going to be complete for a first down. That's looks like the tight end, Justin Towns, is going to get that reception.
Yeah, throwing out, seeing that even though he was generic, he was pretty open, but right before he got hit by the defenders. Great play and some great awareness by Juan Thomas III.
Yeah, Cain Vasquez.
First down.
Cain Vasquez made that tackle as well. He's called his name quite a few times tonight. First and 10, Thomas is under center, empty backfield. Quick drop, throws short to Manning, who's got the completion and a first down. And we brought down by Iverson Gamble.
That makes 53 yards for Gabriel Manning so far this game. The ball's definitely been being spread around by Juan Thomas III, who's really opening up these easy first downs for him.
First and 10, Thomas under center. Throws over the middle. That pass is going to be knocked down. It's covered by E.K. Vincent and Cain Vasquez.
Great read by Cain Vasquez, who just really understood that route, came out right in front of him, and made sure that he had no real chance of receiving that ball.
Yeah, Ermac Jackson was the intended target. Sharks wanting to score some points here. You know, you want the 6, but even a field goal here just to get the lead would be good for the Sharks to keep the pressure on the Lobos. 2nd and 10. Thomas under center. Steps up, steps forward in the pocket. He throws. It's going to be complete for a first down. Looks like Gabriel Manning. It is Gabriel Manning on the reception.
That is big man Gabriel Manning. That was a very interesting throw by Juan Thomas III. At first, I thought it was going to hit the ground. It looked like it went right over that defender and straight down, like he curved it like a bullet. And it went right into Gabriel Manning's hand, who picked up that first down. And look at it now, with the Sharks are knocking on that red zone.
Yeah, a little method to the madness. Kind of just created a window for him to be able to throw that dart in there. First and 10 at the 26, 2:50 left to go in the 3rd quarter. They hand off to Zulu, who's going to get met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
I don't know if Dallas was expecting that or not, but they definitely reacted to that play to Ogunzulu really well, putting a stop to him before he can get anywhere. But it does pose a nice threat for San Francisco as they're keeping Dallas on their feet.
And that was Tyler Rose there, as you saw on the screen. Made the play, the cornerback for the Lobos. Another handoff to Zulu, who's going to be met this time in the backfield. That's going to be Rocky Aquino, who's made a few plays in the backfield tonight for the Lobos. It's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Sharks.
Yeah, that puts some question on the methods of the madness that Sharks are using. Do they pass it now? Looks like they're trying to.
Thomas takes a step back, throws over the middle. It's Matt Burnham on the reception. Not quite enough. He's about 8 yards short of the first down, and so from the 25-yard line, you expect to see the San Francisco's field goal unit.
Yeah, it definitely hurt the Sharks' momentum as a bit as they got stopped there. A little question on the play call as they threw it short, but points are points right now to break up this tie.
Yeah, maybe I don't like the third down play calling, but I like that you're going to, again, get the points and put the pressure back on Dallas to score points. Chris Long comes out for the field goal. Snap is in, hold is down, the kick is up, and they're going to say it's good from 41 yards. So, you know, the Sharks now are up 17-14 against the Lobos. They've played pretty good defense. That's what you're going to need. You know, you're going to have to come out here and you're going to have to stop the Lobos and get the ball back into your offense's hands.
Definitely. We'll have to see. The Sharks have been playing real good defense with them so far, and we'll have to see how they react, if they can put a stop to the Lobos again, giving them another chance to score, if the Lobos are going to really understand what they need to do with their game plan and get more points, or maybe tie it up again, as we've been seeing this entire game.
Yeah, what I think what the Lobos need is they need a big play to kind of punch the Sharks in the nose. You know how they say that's how you defend against an attacking shark, is you bop it on the nose. Well, I think the Lobos, they need to kind of find that play right here and kind of get the Sharks on their heels a little bit.
Sounds easy in theory, Steven, but if I saw a shark coming at me, I don't know if I'd be flailing. I'm not sure I'd be bopping it.
I think I wholeheartedly agree with you. First and 10 from the 29-yard line. Luandula steps back to throw. His intended target was Tristan Carr, but that pass is bounced around a couple of times. It finally hits the grass.
You know, I think that was our third, major almost tip drill this game so far, and I had my heart stuttering when I saw that after what so far has been happening. I thought one of the defenders would have picked that up.
Yeah, there's certainly been a lot of opportunities for the secondary and the linebackers to make some plays. Just waiting for that moment. Luandula's going to hand off to Sandlin, who sheds a defender in the backfield and trucks forward. Almost gets the first down. He's going to get 9 yards on that one.
Sandman showing he'll put someone to sleep. He met a defender right at that line. I don't think the defender got back up before the play was over.
Yeah, the Sharks were there immediately, but Sandlin just has enough power to shake off the defender and plow forward for 9 more after the contact. And there you see it again. He takes one defender, and he's got daylight. He's got room to run. Chad Guy's the only one that can get him. Shakes him up, trips him up, finally brought down at the 8-yard line. Great effort by the Sharks to finally catch Sandlin, who had a huge play.
You know, Chad Guy, 6'4", 250 pounds, his second season. He put every ounce of energy he had into that play.
And he saw the key block there that sprung the run early. Number 70 right there, huge block. Gave Sandlin the daylight to make the move. And just great effort there brought by Chad Guy to stop the touchdown by Sandlin, who had daylight after the run, or after the huge block. And that was our ever-scroll block of the game. I'm sorry, that was our movement. Everscroll by movement blocks blue light to protect your eyes from digital screens. Don't hurt your eyes by checking out SFL action. Protect them and see every moment by using the promo code SimulationFL at purchase from movement.com, MVMT.com. A portion of your purchase supports the SFL through our partnership, Movement, premium watches, sunglasses, and accessories. And I fumbled through that one a little bit there, but second and goal, we're on the 10-yard line. Going to hand off to Sandlin, who's going to work his way forward. He's going to be in the end zone. That's going to have his third touchdown on the day. Zach Sandlin trucks forward for 9. Puts the Lobos ahead.
You know, you put Sandlin in that red zone, and he's going to go right down that middle. He found an opening, great block by one of their line, and then he just got right on through to that end zone, putting them up. It's only still a one-score game right now, but that was a huge play by Dallas, now putting some irregularity to the score that's been happening so far.
And I look over in the chat, and I see that the 4s are going up. Extra point is out for the Lobos, so the snap is in, kick is up. And good. So now you have the Lobos at 21 to the 17 of the Sharks.
Mentioned in the chat, we got 39 people watching. Make sure you click that like button. A few calls out. We got the Trash Car, Mr. Gutty 117, Junior Senior the Third, Zach Sandlin, the Doctor. Thanks everyone for watching, supporting the SFL.
Yeah, we are the SFL, presented by APM Music. We're here on YouTube today. But if you're interested, I mean, we have a website. It should be in the chat if you look around, or we have a Discord as well if you're interested in getting in on the action. It's a lot of fun. You know, so if you're interested, you know, we're around. We're on Twitter. We have a Twitter account and Instagram and all those good things. So if you're interested, just look us up, take a look around, and see if you like what. Get in here and enjoy what we all enjoy doing, which is, you know, having our own player and being in a football community, which is great. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line for the Sharks. Thomas is going to throw over the middle, and it's complete to Gabriel Manning. He's going to get 8.
As we open up this fourth quarter, you know, Juan Thomas III with 208 yards. He's got some pretty good stuff with Zulu getting that 48. We got some balanced offense going on between both of them with a good pressure on the pass that's happening.
Second and 2 for the Sharks. They hand off to Zulu, who's going to be met in the backfield. 2-yard loss. It's Bones Malone getting back there and blowing that play up.
Bones Malone looked like he wasn't even stopped at the line and brought Zulu down before he even had his full hands on that ball.
So 3rd and 4 for the Sharks. Thomas back to throw. He has got Manning. Tried to make a move, but forward progress says he only gained a yard.
Yeah, Manning had to stop, hold the ball, and he just didn't get the chance to turn around. So when Gabriel Manning tried to look the other way, he was immediately laid out flat. Bring out the punting unit now because of it.
Yep, Robert Timps out to punt. Looks like he's standing on his 19-yard line. Gonna have Mason Kirby to return. Field depth about the 27-yard line, brings it out to the 31-yard line. And that's where we're going to see Zach Sandlin and the Lobos offense.
Now, if you're Dallas right now, you know if you put up another score, that will really hurt San Francisco. And because of that, San Francisco really needs to play it safe and keep them from getting any more points.
Yeah, you know, Sandlin's really kind of picking up steam here as the game has gone on. And they do hand it to Sandlin, who works forward. He shakes 2 defenders off. He's got 1 more to beat. And he shakes him off. He's going to take this one all the way. He's at the 10-yard line, the 5-yard line. Zach Sandlin with 4 touchdowns today. My goodness.
Sandman coming out hard today, Steven. Sandman just took down 3 consecutive defenders without question and just ran straight through the end zone. First play, no question. And then Dallas has now a half-decent substantial lead over San Francisco, pending the extra point to be 11.
That was just amazing what that rookie just did right there. I mean, that just, wow. Wow.
Pending offensive rookie of the year, that sort of makes up my mind.
Yeah. I'm trying to chase that guy, and he just does stuff like that. So, more power to you, Sam, man. I mean, that was great. I mean, I'm in awe, man. That was a great play. So the extra point was good. So the Lobos do get an 11-point lead. 9 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. You know, the Sharks can. It's still a game. It's not over. There's plenty of time left. So Sharks just need to get some points on the board here. Kick is
Thanks
away.
For stats.
Yep.
69-yard run by him. Absolutely massive. Mark Lopez, great stats. Thanks everyone for tuning in to the SFL.
dangerous Gabriel Manning brings that out to the 32-yard line. Haven't quite seen many moves from him tonight. Maybe just hasn't found the lane that he's looking for. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Thomas is going to be under center. Zulu is dots the I in the backfield. Going to step back to throw. It's intended for Gabriel Manning, but it's going to be tipped by Rocky Aquino.
Even though he's a generic, we've been calling a lot of Rocky Aquino, who's been a great asset to this Lobo defense. Either getting in the way of plays, making good tackles in the backfield. He's a big guy who's been really showing off for this Dallas defense.
Sharks come out. Thomas the third's under center. He's got twins to his right. No, he's under pressure and he's gonna be sacked. Thomas is brought down. He's gonna have he's gonna lose 4 or 5 yards there. Nissi Mitchell is gonna have the sack. Thomas just held on to that one just a little bit too long.
You know, Steven, when we started up, I was saying if he takes more than a few steps back, I'd be real afraid with how the game's been going so far.
3rd and 16 for the Sharks. Thomas gets it out quickly this time, but it's going to be tipped and deflected. Ermac Jackson was the intended target, but the ball's going to hit the ground and be 4th and 16 now for the Sharks.
Yeah, that was a real big stop by Dallas, who had great read on their plays, great read on their routes. Generally just knew what the Sharks wanted to do and put a stop to it. And now we have to see if the Sharks defense can react the same to Dallas, who just has a great shift in their momentum and really pulling them ahead right now.
Punter standing on his own 10-yard line. Sends that one away for Mason Kirby, who's going to field that at about the 34. Gets it out to the 35-yard line.
All right. Steven, what do you think Dallas is going to do? They're going to play it safe? I mean, it's not even safe for Sandlin. At this point, Sandlin is just Sandlin, and he can keep the ball down and keep the clock running for him.
Well, I was going to say, yeah, I wouldn't mind handing it to Sandlin, but they come out and Luandula's in the backfield all alone in the shotgun. He had trips to his right. Osai was alone at the bottom of the screen, but the pass is intended for Tristan Carr. It hits the grass, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Mark Lopez informs me that all 3 of Dallas's last drives have been scoring drives, showing that this second half, Dallas has really been waking up and pulling on through this entire game. Once again, thank you, Mark Lopez, co-head of stats, for pulling out through this game.
Yeah, you see why he has that title now. Luandula again in the shotgun. Nobody back there with him. Mike Osai alone on the left. Trips to the right. The intended target is Mike Osai, who's got the completion and the first down. Brought down by a couple of Sharks.
Haven't called much of Osai's name too much this game. You know, he's got 31 yards, but he is showing up, and it makes sure that the Lobos are using all of their assets and just trying to get around, keeping them Sharks at bay.
Yeah, it's been a lot of Sandlin and Tristan Carr for the Lobos here tonight. 1st and 10, they hand it to Sandlin, who sidesteps the defender in the backfield, works his way forward, gets 9 yards. You see there, 21 carries for 237 yards for Sandlin.
Well, Steven, talking about our earlier conversation on what we think Sandlin's going to have carry-wise, so far he has 21, so I don't think your 30 was too far off.
I see Chad Guy, I'm sorry, but I see Chad Guy had to make a YouTube account to have the account name, so that's great job there, good work for you. Hand off to Sandlin up the middle. Gonna get a 1st down and more. A scoring update, 4th quarter. Vancouver leads 24-17 against Tulsa. Denver is down right now 17-31 against London. That's fourth quarter, 7 minutes to go in that one. So currently undefeated Denver is struggling a little bit against London, who had a great week last week. Luandula's going to hand off on a trap play up the middle, but Sandlin sheds a defender. He's going to work his way forward. He's got the first down, picks up about 11. Camden Hoffman finally brings him down.
I think Sandlin has 2 hearts and 2 brains, because he understood everything that was going on in the chaos of that play, finding an opening and then breaking a defender, and then finding another opening, and then breaking another defender, finally being brought down by, I think, what should have been 5 plays later.
Yeah, the arm tackles aren't going to work against the Sandman. You know, if you're going to hit him, you got to hit him with everything, and you got to wrap him up and bring him down. So you can't just stick an arm out and hope to bring him down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line. Luandula throws it out on the swing pass, and that's going to be a fumble. Picked up, and it's going to be returned back. He's got room to go. He's not going to get caught. He's going to take this one back, and is that... 52. That's going to be oh my gosh. That was J.J. Stallion off to the races. It's like 89 yards. A fumble recovery for 89 yards. Can you say top 10? Wow.
I'm in awe, Steven, right now. That was insane.
Yeah, a swing pass, so a backwards pass, tipped, muffed by Sandlin, hits the ground, picked up, returned by J.J. Stallion, almost 90 yards for a touchdown, and the Sharks are right back in this game.
Well, I think that's the first real shenanigans of this game, but yeah, that was insane.
No challenge flag, so the extra point is up and good. It's 24-28 now. Oh. And the Sharks have made this an interesting ball game. Been saying that all game long.
The SFL just has to accept that just happened, and we have a one-score game. Well, sure is interesting, Steven. I have to say that.
Six minutes to go in the fourth quarter. The kick is away. Mason Kirby on the return. He took that from about his own 5-yard line. Brought down to 33. And that's where we're going to see Luandula and Zach Sandlin. After the awkward play that just happened.
Yeah, definitely. That was interesting.
They did. They were moving the ball downfield. It was just couldn't quite haul in that last catch, and it was just behind. Threw a backwards pass, and so Luandula drops back on this one. There is a MeUndies laundry on the field. Tristan Carr was the intended receiver, but it falls to the grass. So we'll go to the referee down on the field and see what the call is. A defensive holding. Justin Jones is going to get called on that play.
After what the Sharks defense just did, I wouldn't be too mad about it, but I would still get your composure back and know what they have to do and see if they can have some crazy stuff going on today.
Yeah, you can't use the excitement, and you can't let that rattle you. You got to use the excitement to your advantage. So definitely don't get rattled here. Keep your composure. Keep your wits about yourself. First and 10 for the Lobos. Luandula steps back to throw. He's incomplete to Michael Sine, who had to stretch out and couldn't quite haul it in.
I think after that last play, Luandula is a little shaken. He seemed like he threw that a bit high, a bit too fast, a bit too far. And I definitely think both teams need to get their composure back. One from excitement, one from a bit of worry.
Maybe give the Sandman a little bit of work. Second and 10. They do hand off to Sandlin. But he's met by a school of Sharks. They all swarm there and drag him down. Hold him to 2 yards. Chad Guy leading the way.
Chad Guy being a huge player all game for this team for San Francisco. He has 7 tackles so far. He's a big player for San Francisco defense.
Luandula in the shotgun. All alone, trips to his right. Throws complete to Tristan Carr, who's got another first down. How many first downs does he have today?
A lot, Steven. I couldn't tell you, but he does have 108 yards. Dallas has 26 first downs. So.
Yeah, it seems like every time Tristan Carr gets a reception, it's for a first down.
He's averaging 12.0 yards, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Right? Luandula complete. Oh, incomplete out to the flats. Just targeting the fullback.
Shake that one off, Dallas, because you're midfield right now. You got to get your composure back. It's either a real interesting game if they do not score here at all. If they score here with a field goal, then it'd be a 31-24 perfect one score, or we got to move on to some touchdown area, and then we got a bit more of a lead.
.447 in the fourth, and Sandlin's got room up the middle. Trucks his way, stopped a little short, but powers his way to get the first down.
When in doubt, give it to the Sandman. Sandlin is just a force to be reckoned with as he trucks down the center, and it takes many schools of sharks to take down one grain of sand, apparently, on him.
Yeah, and Sandlin showing why he was worth the number 2 pick overall this season, earning every carry, every step of the way. First and 10 from the 40-yard line. Handoff to Sandlin again, who's met in the backfield. Franco Sonati's going to have the tackle for a loss.
Big play by Sonati, who I think that's only around the 2nd or 3rd time we've called him all game, but that was a huge tackle for a loss from in the backfield against Sandlin.
Yeah, Sonati's had his presence felt quite a few times here tonight for the Sharks. It's definitely impacting the way the Lobos are moving around in the trenches. 2nd and 12, Luandula steps back to throw pump fakes. Throws deep to the left. Looked like that was Tristan Carr, but he was double covered by Chad Guy and another Sharks defender.
Chad Guy always coming out strong, making sure he deflects everything or takes down whoever's coming his way. And now we have a real interesting play for Dallas, who hasn't really had many 3rd down attempts this game so far.
It's a 3rd and long for the Lobos. They hand off to Sandlin, who sidesteps a defender. Picks up about 6 before he's brought down. It'll be 4th and 7 now for the Lobos. Is that field goal range? Do you come out for a field goal?
I was about to say the same thing, Steven. I was like, do you bring out the punter?
Or
do you trust your... Oh, they bring out their punter. They don't want to put it on the leg of their kicker.
Understandable. Gabriel Manning standing back pretty close to his own goal line. The Lobos in no hurry to get the snap away. That one was almost blocked. Gave the Sharks plenty of time to set up for a block. And that's going to be fielded inside the 5-yard line. Great punt coverage by the Lobos to stop that ball at the 4-yard line.
Yeah, that was some great little punt catch to pin them real deep at their own 4. And you're putting the Sharks in a very precarious position where they only have 2:48 left, and they have to get a touchdown.
Yeah, 2:48, 3 timeouts. So you have the free timeout with the 2-minute warning, but you're on your own 4-yard line, and Thomas throws and it's picked off, intended for Gabriel Manning, and that's going to be returned for a touchdown. My goodness. Dallas is not trying to give the Sharks any chance to get back in this one, as Tyler Rose takes that in for a touchdown. Extends the Lobos' lead here against the Sharks.
I do believe Tyler Rose has been a not so quiet force, but definitely not the loudest on the Lobos. He's been reading routes great all night and really putting some great deflections. But this time, he did it for everything, all the marbles, a pick six to really put this pending extra point, 11-point lead over the Sharks.
Yeah, not much time left on the clock. So, two possession game. If you're the Sharks, you have to really make good decisions on your play calling and have some good things happen for you. And the extra point is good. Manuel.
This suddenly went from a very, very manageable game to this is going to get sticky real quick, and they're going to need some luck on their side if the Sharks want to pull this one out.
Yeah, and at this point, the scoreboard's kind of misleading in the fact that the Sharks really did. They fought the Lobos tooth and nail, so to speak, and it's been a good one. That kick is away. Spin move by Gabriel Manning. Brings it out to the 35-yard line.
Gabriel Manning trying to put the spin cycle on some people, but they just sort of, the pack came around him and they took him down.
We'll see the Sharks come out. They need a little giddy up in their offense here. We'll see if they decide to go no huddle. Thomas under center. Steps back to throw. Moves in the pocket. Throws over the middle. Oh, and that one's deflected. Kane Vasquez takes down Manning, but I believe the linebacker got the tip. I think that was E.K. Vincent with the deflection.
That was great coordination by the Lobos defense. They really had every receiver covered, and they really bared down on Juan Thomas so he could not go anywhere as he tried to spin around all the defenders coming at him.
And the Sharks are trying to get back in this game. 2:31 in the fourth. Thomas out of the shotgun, throws to the flats to Zulu. He's got a little bit of room, spins, stays in bounds, picks up 4, and now we're going to see the Sharks in a hurry-up offense. Clock's at 2:15 in the second. In the fourth. And Thomas throws over the middle, and Iverson Gamble's going to get the deflection and a big hit by E.K. Vincent to ensure that nobody comes down with that ball.
I definitely think this is some fourth down territory where you're going for it. If the Sharks don't go for it now, I don't believe they have any chances left.
Yeah, not going forward here pretty much throws up the white flags. And then you do see the offense coming out here. Thomas is under center. He's got Gabriel Manning to his left, Matt Burnham to his right. Ermac Jackson in the slot to the right. Thomas throws to Burnham in the flats. He's got the first down, stays in bounds. And that's going to take us to the quick 2-minute warning. So it's been quite a ball game. Again, you know, the Sharks have stayed in this game pretty much all the way up into the fourth quarter. Dallas just had a couple of big plays and extended that lead a little bit, but it's been really neck and neck. You know, a touchdown here the Sharks could surprise the Lobos. Thomas under center, pump fakes, throws over the middle, and that's complete to Matt Burnham, who's got the first down and then more. And the Sharks are going to take a timeout. 1:55 left.
This is when you get some interesting territory, Steven. You know, they got a good throw to Burnham. They're getting that yardage, and now they have to really decide where they're almost at midfield, if I remember right. And now they have to work it around to get not just one score, but 2. So they have to move fast. They have to move efficiently if they really want to tie this one or get this one up on Dallas.
Now Thomas comes out with 3 wide receivers. Manning to his left with Ermac Jackson in the slot. Steps back, throws over the middle. That's complete to Gabriel Manning, who spins, but can't quite shed the defenders. Gets the first down, and we're going to see a hurry-up offense again. Look like a gain of about 12 to 14. And we're at the 13-yard line now. And he's going to be sacked. Juan Thomas III is going to be sacked. Denzel Maverick's going to get credited with that sack, and Thomas has got everybody hurried back up to the line. 1:30 to go, 2nd and 16. Thomas moving around in the pocket, looking over the middle deep, and it's going to be deflected. Kane Vasquez says no, sir.
That was some very explosive hurry up by San Francisco. They're doing some good plays, but Dallas really putting the pressure on Juan Thomas III, and they're really going to have to bear down if they want to get this with about 2 attempts left.
Yeah, 3rd and 16. A field goal doesn't do anything for you, so you have to go for it on 4th down. Juan Thomas with 4 wide receivers. Steps back to throw. He's got pressure. He shakes the defender. Denzel Maverick was there, but nice throw by Juan Thomas, but it's incomplete. Trying to hit his 4th receiver on the roster, and he drops it. Great job by Thomas with the pressure going through his progressions, but his receiver didn't bail him out.
That was a real heartbreak, I think, for San Francisco. That was a great play by Juan Thomas, a great throw, and that's when the curse of the generic can really come back and bite you, and it looks like they're coming out for a field goal.
Well, I guess they have faith in their kicker to not only get the points here, but to get the onside return. Interesting. I guess you're going to take your points and hope for a turnover or an onside return. It's interesting. But the 36-yard field goal is good.
Yeah, even with the onside, or not the onside, with the field goal, they'd have to do a touchdown and a 2-point to tie up the game. So it's going to be an interesting game for San Francisco, and they're going to have to pull out some magic.
Definitely. It looks like we're going to see the onside unit here. The onside's away, bobbled, but hauled in, and the Lobos retain possession. So they're going to have it at the San Francisco 36-yard line. They have 3 timeouts, 1:15. The Sharks only have 2 timeouts. So if you're the Lobos, you maybe have to get 1 first down, but then you can seal this game up.
At this point, Steven just feeds Sandlin.
They do hand it off to Sandlin, who's going to get the first down after dragging 2 Shark defenders. The Sharks do take a timeout. 1:10 left to go in the 4th quarter here.
Sandlin picks up another 9. He'll be at a 300-yard game. He's at 291 right now for 28 carries. Big man Sandlin.
Yeah, Sandlin's a monster, and I think before the game we said over/under on 30 carries. He's knocking at 28 right now, so he's right on that 30 doorstep. So we'll see if we can get a couple carries in before they bring out the victory formation. And they're going to take a knee on it here. Luandula's done. He is going to take a knee. San Francisco takes the timeout.
I don't think we're going to get those extra 9, Steven. I'm a little sad.
I think they're going to have to run it once. To me, the math, they're going to have to try to get a first down, or they're going to. Oh, I guess they can hit the field goal. They're going to take a chance at the field goal, I guess. So Luandula kneels on it again. It's going to be 3rd and 13. Clock's running with 1 minute left. 32 on the play clock. So they will have to snap it one more time.
Ended out here. Now, I think I know what we're both thinking, but if you have to name an MVP for this game, who would you name?
Well, I think some people worth mentioning would be, Tristan Carr had a pretty good game. He had 9 receptions for 108 yards. Jacques Luandula played pretty well. We saw the defense step up for both teams. Justin Jones had 2 interceptions. Of course, we saw the fumble recovery for 89 yards or whatever, and there we saw the kneel by the Lobos, and that should wrap up this game for us. But Denzel Maverick had a sack or 2, but I think overall, I think everybody is looking at Zach Sandlin, who's I'll let you read off his stat line.
Zach Sandlin, an absolute monster, coming in with 291 yards this game on 28 carries with 4 touchdowns, 10.4 yards per carry, and had a 69-yard single run.
Yeah, that 69-yarder was a monster. That 69-yarder was amazing.
He trucked at least 4 people down on that 69-yarder.
That was a great one, man. You see, Matt Burnham had 120 yards receiving. That was a nice day by him. Zulu had the 2 touchdowns on the ground. Once they got inside the red zone, the Sharks did. They handed it to Zulu, and he made work of that.
I think it was a great game by both teams. It was definitely a very interesting game to keep up with some very interesting interceptions that were really well played. The fumble of, I've seen the craziest fumble in a while, for all the way up for an 89-yard pick or fumble reception for touchdown. And a great play really by both teams. I thought both teams' defense really showed up and put a real stop to, but as hard as they tried, Sandlin really came out on top against San Francisco's defense, as he just could come through and truck anyone who tried to get him. The Sandman was a large asset, but also, like you said, Tristan Carr come out with 108 yards this game. He's a very valuable other option for Dallas to go to. While I think San Francisco came out for a more balanced gameplay. Ogunzulu had 46 yards on 22 attempts, but he had the 2 touchdowns. That was a big play for him, and he came out when they needed it. And Matt Burnham having a quiet, good game with 120 yards, like you said, with only 6 receptions. That's 20 yards per carry, and that's massive.
Yeah, he had a few huge plays there. I think coming right out of the second half, the first half, he had a big play in the second half, and then he had a couple of big plays in the first half. And it was just a really good show all day. You know, it was good to see all these guys out here working hard and fighting for the W. And you know, just so happened that the Lobos everything worked out for them, and they were able to walk away with it today. But you know, the Sharks, I feel like, put on a really good show. Definitely, worked their tails off, and it's a respectable one. Now we're going to have our extraordinary Everest player of the game. It's Zach Sandlin. And we've already read his stat line, and the guy he ate today. So congratulations to you, and good luck on your offensive rookie of the year and offensive player of the year campaign. I wish you well, and I hope I'm watching you. So coming to you from the broadcast booth, I am Stephen Hacker, your play-by-play guy, and with me is Dan Mitchell, our color commentator, and the co-head of stats, Mr. Mark Lopez, who did a great job for us tonight. We are the SFL, presented by APM Music, and have a great afternoon, have a great evening, and see you later.